Hello friends, this is Abhijit Adhikari and this is my first tutorial for Nuke for those people who are trying to upgrade their skill sets for Nuke platform. Nuke is basically award-winning compositing and visual effects software for film production. Almost all the production houses they are using Nuke as a post-production software in their post-production pipeline to produce high quality visual effects and compositing for film. In this tutorial, I will try to show you some techniques how you can develop a motion morphing in Nuke. As this is the first tutorial from my side for Nuke, that's why I will try to give you some basic ideas about the layout, interface and settings of Nuke that will help you to create this motion morphing. In future, I will try to provide you more tutorials and techniques about Nuke. So I need your feedback to improve the quality of upcoming tutorials. Post your feedback, suggestion and idea in my YouTube channel or Facebook wall. It will help us to improve the quality of upcoming tutorials. Your ideas and suggestion always welcome from our side. Let's start with the tutorial. First of all, we need two footages to create that motion morphing, and the motion of character or object which you want to morph is required almost similar. It will be more helpful to create more effective motion morphing. First of all, I will show you how we can adjust the settings and frame format for the particular composition. Thereafter we will start the composition. So we need to call both the footages to create the motion morphing. Okay, delete this output and press R key from stop. Press R key from your keyboard and access the footage. You can also hit tab from your keyboard, right R and select read from drop down list. Select the second footage. Now both the footages are available in node graph. I'm using layout 3 for this example as we required more space in viewer area. But if you required nodes or tools over here, you can customize according to your requirement. Right now we are accessing almost 10 tool properties in properties pane. We can set it one to access one set of properties for the active tool. Now to customize this area, you can click on this place and select pen tab, split horizontally. You can adjust the area. Now click again on pen tab and select pen nodes. Now the tools or nodes are available in this area. This is tool properties, this is node graph, this is timeline, this play pause buttons, and this is menu sets, and this area will help you to uh, work with viewer area, right? To connect the footage with viewer, select the footage and press 1 and select the second footage and press 2. Now there is a switch. Press 1 to access the first footage, press 2 to access the second footage. Check the frame format. To work with this frame size and work with these footages, you need to adjust the setting also. To access settings for this composition, press S key from your keyboard and it will help you to open the project setting in properties pane. Now select full size format to this format. This format will also available under full size format, and this is your project setting, this is your footage setting. Select this one and adjust the frame per second to 25 as we are creating this video for television and web So we can adjust the APS 25. You can adjust the frame range over here for the whole composition. If we select frame range like for 65 and the end 170, okay, then it will lock the range over timeline. That means you are working for this section only, and it will show when you are accessing global. When you are accessing input, that will show you like this. When you are using global, then it will show you like this, depending on these settings. Okay, the settings is ready for your composition. I'm using bit lower format for this composition, as motion morphing required a huge free memory in RAM and hard disks both. That's why I'm using very less format size. It will help to play the footage easily. Okay, play both the footages to check the motion of character. Okay, starting from 65 to around 90, this character is moving from left side to right side, from his left side to right side. And the same thing also available from footage 1 also. Check it. The same type of motion is also available with this character. So to create the motion morphing for this part, starting from frame number 65 to 90, we need to match both the footages, its size and placement of eyes, nose and lips also. Now footage is ready, timing is also ready. Now we have to adjust the sizes of both the footages. To adjust the size and position of character, we need to compare both the footages. How we can compare in Nuke? To compare footages, connect both the footage, one in channel 1 with viewer and second one in channel 2 with viewer. Now go to viewer menu and connect to A side using input 1, and viewer menu connect to using 2. Okay, now you can compare. In wiper, this is wipe, you can access no wiper, you can select over, you can select under, you can select minus, you can select wipe. You can adjust the opacity to compare both the footages. You can adjust the position of wiper. Okay, you can rotate it like this. Now if we compare both the footages, you can get that the this footage is bit smaller than this footage. The character of this footage is bit smaller than this footage. We need to adjust it. How we can adjust the size of this character? How we can match the size of this character with this character of this footage? Use very basic technique to adjust this size of this footage. Press tab from your keyboard, create a constant. The size of this constant will be root format 480 by 270 according to your settings. Now merge both of them. This is your foreground and this is your background. Depending on background, we can adjust the position of foreground, etc. That's why select this, press and hold shift key, select this one and press M key from keyboard. Now through A channel, viewer is showing basically the output of merge 1. Now select this footage, press tab, type transform, or otherwise you can press T to get transform. T is shortcut to access transform node. Now adjust the scale of this footage, adjust the translate of this footage, Okay. Okay. Okay, this is good. And now we're able to match both the footages according to our requirement. We can create backdrop, create a backdrop, set over here and drag. Now you can access all the tools together using this backdrop node. Anytime you can rename the backdrop. This is our destination and this is our source. Now we can close the wiper. Now it's showing 1. We can anytime access the footage. 2, we can compare like this using the switch 1 and 2. Okay, to play the motion, if you select wiper, you can check the motion of both the footages. Play it over here. You can check the motion of both the footages. Okay, from frame number 65 to 90 there is almost similar type of motion in both the footages. So for this area we can create motion morphing. To create motion morphing, we need a tool called Spline web. Spline web. There is two connection. One is destination, another one is source. In Nuke 6.3, this tool are basically upgraded with lots of settings. You can try 6.3 also. Now you have to connect destination and you have to connect source and disconnect this footage and this footage and connect spline 1 with viewer 1 and inactive this wiper also. Now we have two footages connected with spline work. If we select show blended, then it will show the blended output. If we select SRC, it will show the source footage. If we select DST, it will show the destination footage for motion morphing. Now go to first frame and select destination to create the mask for this motion morphing. Okay, to create mask for this effect, select this option, first Bezier mask. It will help to create the mask for this effect. That means that particular area will be affected by the motion morphing spline. This option will be updated in Nuke 6.3. For this, in 6.3 you have pin option, so you can try that particular thing also. Press and hold Ctrl and Alt, create the mask. To control the effect area, right click on this particular line and select open and close. It will close the spline. Adjust the Bezier handle to get the proper shape of particular mask. Now check blended. This is blended shape, and check whether it is inside the mask area or not. Okay, now you have to select source to create the source splines. To start with the morphing process, first of all we will create a spline for the outline of this character. Stay at first frame, press and hold Ctrl Alt and create the mask shape, spline shape. To get the outline of source character, be careful with the number of points, as that will actually use the memory at the time of morphing calculation. So use as minimum as possible number of points. It will help to calculate the morphing process. Open and close. Adjust the Bezier handle. To adjust break the handle, press and hold Ctrl key. To operate both the side of Bezier handle, you can press and hold Shift key. Otherwise you can access handle separately, but to handle the curvature of particular line, press and hold Ctrl key. Okay, in that way you have to adjust the whole spline. If you drag your mouse pointer, you can get the transform handle for this particular spline. Like this, you can adjust all points together. You can scale it, you can rotate it. Okay, so okay, create the next line, next spline. Press and hold Alt Control. If the previous line is selected and active, it will continue the previous line. That's why you have to click outside of this spline to deselect it, and now you can create the second line. This is the third one. Basically first one is used for mask, second one for character outline. I'm using third one for this area. Click outside, draw the next curve, click outside, draw the next one. In this way you have to create all the splines for the first character, for the first footage at first frame. This is basically depending on the create the splines depending on the position, which one you want to match with the second, which particular area you wants to match with the second footage. So after creation of all these lines, as this is motion morphing, uh, go to the last frame where you want to end the morph result. and adjust all the spline according to the movement of the source character. This spline will automatically animate as this option is active, auto key. Always check whether the auto key option is active or not. If auto key is active, then when you are changing the position of point next or any other frame, it will automatically animate. Adjust all the position according to the movement of character in source file. Source, okay. So at the time of adjustment, you like to save different version of this file, you can save the file using file version option. Save new version. First of all, you have to save the file in that format, in that manner only, then only you can save using the new version option. Type a file name, motion morphing underscore v1. This v is basically symbolic presentation of version, and 1 is basically the first file. Save it. Now adjust. It will help you to get back the previous file as you save the previous file using version option. Now you save the file, save new version. In this way you have to adjust all the splines according to the position of character. Say for lips, you have to set the all the curves or splines according to position of lips in frame number 90. Now if we play the footage, I'm using scrolling button to scroll the footage. You can also use minus plus to zoom in and zoom out. You can also hit H to fit the footage in viewer. Now if we play the footage, check the splines are basically animated as the auto key function is on over here. Okay, play it again. The frames are animated, right? If you require any further key, in between key from 65 to 90, you can place your active time over here and you can adjust the splines accordingly. Okay, for this frame number 78 or 77, I need to adjust this area a bit. I can adjust this area. I can drag like this. Okay. Now splines for source footage is ready. We have to adjust destination spline according to this footage. So under settings of spline web, I'm using show source, and now in second part I will show you how we can adjust the spline according to this footage.